Yo, okay. Think we're live. Now people have to figure out that there's a stream. Alright, I think I am technically streaming. Let's go. Alright, let's see what this game's looking like. So far it's pretty even. Sword has a guarding out early, which is what you want to see if you're the Roka player here. Um, Fish has Queen and Grave, which is good, but it's not that big of a deal. Really, it's just a matter of Fish being able to find a out the guardian here. You might have to stall a while because yeah, it's gonna stall here with just a Beast of the Conjurers. Looks like he doesn't have any way to find removal here. That's gonna be tough for him. He's just gonna have to wait it out while Sword starts just swinging it over and over again. Hey, Secret. Alright, so is yo, can I get an audio check? Is my audio working, Secret? Let me know. Alright, I'm late on the commentary, so I don't know. Alright, let's see. Uh what else do we have? Okay. Now we're waiting. There's gonna be a lot of waiting in this match. Alright, nice. Fish has the KO, which is huge here. And now Sword's gonna come into a Dark Spark. Let's check the hits. Alright, alright. Second Moon is pretty bad, and Beast is pretty bad. So now Fish can win this. Now this is like winnable for Fish. Because he doesn't have to worry about outs anymore. So it's like a pretty fine position. Now he can just start pushing for pressure. And there's something about a zone which I don't know yet, but that's fine. Something's going on with the zone. Looks like Sword is as confused as I am. Uh, uh, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Whatever. We'll just pretend that no one's cheating in this game. Has been going on perfectly, and there's been no gameplay so far. As we continue on, and now let's see if Fish can find the Skelligas. The Skelligas is going to be huge for him. He's going to be able to kill the Dark Spark. Oh, and he finds the Skelligas. It's over. It's over now. Look at that. What a play. Now Fish is gonna kill the Dark Spark. He's gonna get the 2 points. Sword is out of Guardians. So now it's just a matter of time before Fish burns for points. Sword's gonna need some crazy Stellomancer play if he's gonna want to make a comeback in this game. Yeah, apparently one of the important things about being a CG player, I thought, was that you understood the rules. But you know, as long as you're not trying to make it to as long as you're not trying to win the tournament, I think you can make it like easily losers finals without knowing the rules of CG. You know, but it's fine, I guess. All right, now Sword has to make a move. Thank you, Secret. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to be a commentator and commentate. You know, like like I was just watching the Pokemon World Championships. That's what they do. So I'm gonna do the same thing. And soon enough I'll have 6,000 viewers watching my stream. That's how it works, right? I just have to be overly enthusiastic and it'll naturally happen. Uh, and Sword is in the tank here, as they say, and there's a crash here, which is doesn't seem very good because the next turn card could just play down his Abomination Tomb, pay 4 stars, get back his gas, get back his queen, and just do the same thing over again. Okay, Sword's gonna get another zone here. That's good. That'll help him finish off the game later on when he needs like 2 zones to win. But for now, oh, and he's got the Solomancer too. So he's going for it. He's going for 8 points here. No responses. That's a lot of information. Now Sword knows that Fish is out of activators, because he would have played Field Turret or Beast in this situation almost certainly. So Sword can play really aggressively now, knowing that has a very high likelihood of not having any activators in his hand. Fish now can return with. He could go for Queen, but he wouldn't be able to kill both of them. So now we're going to see the Dark Strike. We'll see the hits here. Alright, pretty mediocre hits. Nothing he really cares about too much. Phantom Matter is annoying. Beast, yeah, nothing too big. He needs one more card. Alright, he has Spirit of the Anti-Justice Sword. That card's gonna be nice. It's gonna let him kill Beast of the Conjurers without having Sword be able to trigger his zone. And then Solomancer is also gone. So now, once again, Fish sets up a two-person board, and we are where you want to be. All right. Let's see. Now Sword has to come up with, and Sword should not. Hold on. Sword shouldn't get the creature zone here. Yeah. Okay. Fish sees it. There we go. Yeah. No zone because of the sword. So, yeah. Okay. And it's up to Sword to find. Sword. That's funny. Okay. Up to Sword to find some sort of win here. It looks like he's not in the best position. Alright, Spoon's here. Probably gonna grab Darkspark, bin mine the bottom. He's gonna let him kill it. That's an out to Fish's mine. Then use another out to Sword, which is probably fine. But now Fish is gonna have the return here with his Skelligas. So it's like it's still a tough position for Sword. Sword has to find a way to burn for points every single turn. And I don't know if he has the way to. So I just mixing up Sword's counters. I thought he had 7 points, which wouldn't make sense because he should have 8. But it just turns out Sword's using the wrong counters and stars. So for the many viewers at home, the standard is to use white as points and black as stars. But Sword for some reason is using black as points and white as stars, because he can update the counters with arrow keys that way. Hopefully Untap makes it better or something. But now we just have to be confused. But again, Fish has 6 points and 2 stars, and Sword has 8 points and 7 stars. Alright, now we play the waiting game here, as Sword is making a decision when there's really no decision to be made. Yep, there we go. There we go. Darkspark in hand. Okay, at least he made the right one. That's the important thing. Darkspark comes down, paying 6, but then immediately getting 4 back with the mill. Again, nothing too relevant here. And he's just going to kill the 1. Now, this might seem kind of bad, but on the plus side, now Fish has no way to free play Queen with gas unless he wants to commit to a 3rd zone, which he can't do in this spot. So now Fish is forced to find out to Darkspark without gas. One thing he could do here is he could free play the Darkspark, his own Darkspark, and go for the kill again. Or he could go with Behemoth even. Oh, he doesn't have enough stars. Okay, so he might have to go with Darkspark. In this position, you kind of can assume that the game's going to end pretty quickly. You're happy to go with the second Darkspark here, because I don't think you're going to need to use all 17 cards to close out the game. So I think what you might see here is a Tome into Darkspark and then mill another 4. Fish might still have some Walkman in deck, so if he hits those, you can get a free draw, which is also nice. Probably has some other options in his hand as well that I don't know about that he could also be considering. But in this spot, Tome into Darkspark seems like a pretty strong play. You get 2 more points, and I guess now you're playing into Sword's Beast. We don't know if Fish has his final AA in hand, but you never want to play too passively at the Beast, so he would probably just attack anyway. Are they going to use Bone Ladder instead? And he's not going to choose to kill the top 4 cards of his deck. Now this is a really interesting play, and we'll have to see if this is the play that Fish is going to regret later on. Because if we see later on in the game he's missing on stars, we'll know why. It's because he didn't trigger Darkspark. Of course, if the game goes very late, now he's going to be out and he starts being low on cards in his deck, then we'll know that maybe it was better not to trigger it. But it seems like this game is going to finish sooner rather than later, especially with the amount of cards in Fish's hand. It's going to come down to a couple of key point swings here. And again, Sword with his classic move of being in the tank. This used to be more a Fisher's thing, but I guess now Sword, learning from his fellow player, is spending a good amount of time making move. Normally when you see spots like this, it either means that Sword is deciding between 2 pretty good options, or he's deciding between a bunch of extremely bad options. Um, like when he decided to crash Skelligas Queen. Maybe not the strongest option, but he had to do it in that spot. Another resource zone. Okay, playing around AA probably. Oh, and just the killing of the sword. Interesting. So it looks like now Sword is kind of projecting that he has beast or turret, let's say, because of his second purchase. Fisher doesn't really care though. I think it's just going to keep attacking, keep on applying that pressure, and hoping that it's enough. Yep, he's not gonna be too afraid of beast. Now Sword should make sure that he draws a card here, and then he has to decide if he wants to respond or not. Let's see what he does here. Beast is probably the card he's looking for. If I had to guess, his hand is Beast AA, but no, we're going to see a turret here. Turret for 3 is not the strongest, but a deck like Sindel Tempo, there aren't that many cards that can swing for more than 3. Maybe with the exception of Beast and Queen. But those cards are engraved and already burned gas, so swinging for 3 isn't too bad. This game might be coming down to a close soon, and you don't want to be having to not be able to burn turret at some point. Looks like Fish is waiting on and ticking on AAA here. Could be just bluffing, but most likely he's deciding if he wants to spend his AAA here or if he wants to wait for a beast. Looks like that's what he's doing. He has AA in hand and he wants to play around Fish's Sword's Beast. However, Sword might have his own AA in hand to cancel that, which would explain why he bought 2 resource zones. And so Fish's AA might not come into play, unless of course he has some other activators, because he hasn't used any yet. Sword is sticking with his classic strategy of taking very long times to think of the move. Clearly he's not drawing the cards he wants to be. He's already down both of his moons, both of his Solomancers, and both of his Darkspark Diabolus. So it seems like he might be out of juice. The only cards he has left to rely on really are his Tomb and his Abomination Tomb and his Soulstrom. And once those cards are gone, he can't do anything. So really, he only has maybe 3 more good creatures to play here, plus the 2 Sun's Guardians, which he might have in his hand or in his deck. But without the moon, they're just super easy to kill with a Walkman or a Bonbeak. So it's really just a tough spot for Sword. He does play TFP, so he might be able to swing through some of these cards that Fish is playing. But at this rate, it seems like he just doesn't have any answers, even to a 270 health creature, which is going to allow Fish to simply play another small creature if he has one, and swing for another 3 points. And just do this a couple more times until he gets to the end of the game and can pretty reasonably close it out. Yep, there we go. Another small creature, Bondbeak down. If Bondbeak dies, he might be able to kill another Walkman and draw another card, or kill his second Darkspark if it's in deck and gain 3 stars. Other than that, he's just getting another 3 points, and Sword is stuck in the same position he was last turn. Um, Probably no good way to kill Darkspark, and no good free plays left. Even if he does have like a Tomb here, he's not going to be getting many points out of it. So it's just a really hard spot. Really, Roka is so reliant on being able to just swing with the Moon's Guardians over and over again. And when that ability is taken away from the Roka player, they're just not able to do much. The rest of their deck isn't normally that strong comparatively to other decks in the format. And so we can see like Sizzle here, which is not even that good of a matchup really, can just kind of start to steamroll. Play its cards for as much value as possible, more value than Sword can, and just apply a lot of good pressure. Like now, Fish can play a Skelligast, and for just one card, he can kill the Pelpham and swing for 2 points. You know, just a really strong play that Fish has available to him without having to commit anything. You know, he could also play a Serb here and try to be more aggressive, but then you kind of leave yourself vulnerable to TFP shenanigans. So probably the strongest thing here is to just set up another 2 creature board and swing. But we'll see what he does. Maybe if he has enough activators in hand, he can feel confident being more aggressive, thinking that Sword won't have a way to finish off game if he just leaves out a 1 creature board. Or he might play a Serb and then protect it with another small creature like his second Walkman. I think he's still only down 1 Bondbeak, so he might like because it was down, so he might go like Serb Bondbeak if he wants to be more aggressive, so he can swing for 3 points instead of 2. And you still accomplish the same things of setting up a 2 creature board. And now Sword doesn't just have to find a way to kill Skelligast, he has to find a way to kill Cerberus. Maybe with a Guardian of the Moon, but then again, you leave yourself open to a small creature taking the kill. So you kind of see how this dynamic plays out, that each turn kind of sets up the next, and Fish is just in a position to make a just really whatever Fish does, he'll be in a good position. He can generate a lot of value for any of his plays. He just has to make sure not to play out of some game-winning play, such as like Soulshroom Blaze TFP, which would get Sword 10 points. So he has to make sure to set up a 2 creature board here for sure. Sword is down his Galaxy Crash, so Fish might be considering trying to set up even a 3 creature board, which makes it that much more unlikely that Sword will have an out. But that's a huge commitment on his end. He has to probably play like some combination of Beast of the Conjurers plus Bondbeak plus some other card. Or maybe he goes Beast of the Conjurers plus Skellicast. And then he sets up a 3 creature board, which is even stronger. So that might be one of the plays he's looking to do if he has that as an availability. But no, we're gonna see a Galaxy Crash here. So this is very aggressive. And Bondbeak, oh, is he gonna go for a game here? He is 9 points away, so he still needs 2 zones. No, he's not gonna go for. Okay, that's a peculiar play, I think, to go for Crash here. Looks like he's valuing that extra point or 2 he's gonna gain here um, over the Galaxy Crash, I guess. I think that's a misplay, but you know, it's hard to say without knowing the hands. I think maybe a stronger play there is just to go Beast of the Conjurers plus Galagas Queen. But I think either way, Fish is in a pretty good position here. Now you can kill Bondbeak, maybe kill Darkspark Walkman, like I mentioned earlier. Yep, he's gonna get another draw here. Exactly what you want to see. And Sword again, he can't even set up these two creatures board. Looks like he's just like kind of trying to wait it out until he can try to swing for game with some combination of Solomancer, Blaze, TFP, and maybe another creature. So here, I think the only way Sword wins is with one of those plays. So it's probably a very good idea for Fish to try to set up a three creature board again, just to play around as many cards as he can. And Sword can't punish that sort of play because oh, nobody's swinging for a game here. Okay, so we have a swing for a game and no response. Well, that's it. No need to. Of course, I think it would have been better here to first go for Tome and then use Tomb, Skelligast, free play Queen, then you swing for 7, and then you set up a 3 creature board so if they have beefs that you play around it. But that's semantics. Fish got the win, that's what's important. Round of applause for him, and we're going to be going into game 2. Yeah, we'll see what he's siding. I'm not sure what Sword really has to side for Sindel. It's one of those decks that there's not a lot of like really strong side option that could destroy the deck. Maybe Erratic Void is good. Sword might maybe cut out like one of his KOs if he plays it, but he probably doesn't. But maybe he'll try to find space for his deck for Erratic Void or Seal of Eternity. And Fish is going to play side with some removal. Maybe another Behemoth, maybe another KO, maybe Avalanche Overlord, although that one's less likely. And now Sword will have the advantage here of going second. And we'll see how the second game progresses as these players start siding. All right, and we're back. Getting a drink of water there. Now the audio is working. And what we're seeing is Sword playing Darkspark, milling some pieces. Nothing too important. Galaxy Crash is kind of relevant though. I should say that's a pretty important card. But now what we can do is now Fish can feel much more comfortable going wide. And now Fish has the perfect response to Sword's Darkspark, which is another Darkspark. He's going to mill 4, And what is that? Oh, literally the best possible mill he could have. I don't think you could have asked for a better mill if you wanted to. Like one dark spark, so he gets the 7 stars, plus double queen because you don't want those cards anymore in deck. The other thing he could have wanted was a Scalar Gas instead of the Duplo drop. But Sword is in such a strong position right now already. Oh, and look at this. We have a Spirit of the Justice Shield. Now that was a card I was not expecting to see here. Um, Spirit of the Justice Seal, for those who are not familiar, allows you to kill a Sindel creature before it attacks or before it attacks you, which means that it can't be killed. It can kill any Sindel creature, but no Sindel creature can kill it. And that leaves Fish with a somewhat difficult position, but here we see the Beast of the Conjurers. Now, Beast of the Conjurers will allow Fish to kill this Spirit of the Justice Sword without too much trouble. It's kind of annoying for him though, because he's gonna have to give up on either Beast or Bone Ladder in order to do so, which he would want to keep because those cards are pretty strong. Pelfem because it always is, and Bone Ladder would be pretty strong at this position because he already has 3 Sindel creatures in his discard pile, meaning he would only need 2 more to get that amazing free play effect. Again, Fish is thinking on this play, but it looks like in the end he's gonna kill what did okay, yes, okay. So now he's at 5 Sindel creatures, which is perfect because he can start using Bone Ladder, although it is at the bottom of his deck. He might shuffle his deck or he might have another in his hand. But more importantly, now he has Beast of the Conjurers, which is going to allow him to easily kill that Spirit of the Justice Sword and get a creature zone. This is fantastic for him again. The earlier you get Beast of the Conjurers, the better normally, because you're always going to get a creature zone. So Beast of the Conjurers is effectively a 2-star card, and if you get a battle zone, it gains you 2 stars. And yep, alright, so Sword Spirit of Justice Shield is gone. And now Sword is gonna have to find an answer to this Conjurer's card. Okay. Sword does have a Scardians here, which is gonna be annoying for Fish. Now we have to see if Fish has a piece of removal to help deal with the Scardians card. Otherwise, next turn Sword is gonna be able to show that Scardian into his deck, get out a Scardian of the Sun, and start attacking for 440 damage and not have to worry about battle activators. Okay, looks like we have a delayed Roka here, but eventually it was done, which is good. You gotta remember that card. Fun fact for you all, Roka is a mandatory effect, which means that theoretically it has to be done. It's not a matter of a player forgetting. So you should, in theory, remind your opponent if they forget Roka, though I know a lot of players choose not to. And the same goes for Sindel. Now, Carp is going to buy that Guardian of the Moon. Looks like his first skill sign is the only piece of removal. Not necessarily the best piece of removal, because he's only going to be able to get 40, because his Guardian of the Moon only has 40 power, so he's not going to be able to swing for as many points as he'd like to, probably. But 4 is nothing to scoff at, and if he just keeps on swinging for a couple points each turn, he'll be in good shape. Again, the pressure is put on Sword. He has relatively low stars and not so established board in terms of zones. So it's going to be hard for him to find any good answer here. Phantom Matter will help a little bit, but again, he has no really real way to answer his board. He can grab Dark Spark here. Seems like a strong play. He might try to get maybe a moon in the grave or something. Okay, now it has his rainbow of creatures set up so he can use Soulstream whenever he wants to. Other than that, nothing too relevant. Pelfam's annoying, but you're gonna always hit something like somewhat good when you're using Darkspark. And now Fish will have to decide whether he wants the resource or another creature zone. He's pretty sure now he wants another creature zone, which makes a lot of sense because, in a sense, Guardian of the Moon is almost taking away a zone from you. That is say hydrated. And now Fish again has a chance to put on more pressure. And it's just a matter of deciding how he wants to do that. Of course, the ideal card here would be a Skelligast to kill the Darkspark and swing with Skelligast for 2 points. But he only plays one. There's only one Skelligast in his deck because it is limited on account of how strong it is. So there's a good chance he doesn't have that option available to him just yet, and he'll have to find another answer. The best answer to Darkspark is Darkspark, but of course he's already or that last game. No, he had. Oh yeah. All right. So one Darkspark's engraved, and the other one is Phantom Arrows by Sword. So now he can't answer the card with Darkspark. He's gonna need another answer. And just going through the deck list, I can't really think of anything that's so strong. And now we see that yes, Sword does Fish does not have a good way to kill Darkspark here. He's gonna just choose to stall for a little bit, while he tries to draw into a piece of removal. Witcher's gonna buy Guardian of Moons, and he's going to swing into Walkman here and just chill a little bit. Now Fish has to essentially buy back this Guardian of the Moon to prevent it from turning into a Guardian of the Sun, and maybe play another body, or ideally find a piece of removal. But it looks like, because Fish isn't doing that, he's still a little bit stuck. Fish might even want, if he has, let's say, a Behemoth in hand, he might want to just forgo the buying of this Guardian of the Moon and not play this Game of Stars and just kill it now and deal with the Darkspark later. However, I don't think that would be as advisable because Fish is up on stars, so he can afford to play this kind of Battle of Stars. But then again, if he buys Guardian of the Moon, that's going to put him up 4 and he doesn't really have a way to kill Darkspark. So I might decide here to just play like a Behemoth with turn and kill Guardian of the Moon and just chill like that. Which wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't put him in too bad of a situation. Unless, let's say, Sword has another Sun in hand. I probably think if he wants to buy it back. If he buys it back, he can't do much with it in the next turn. Sword will buy it back all the same. So yes, and looks like Sword forgot to use Sun before he drew, which should be an illegal play, and therefore he should not be able to do this. But looks like that doesn't matter. I guess. I guess we're just gonna let it slide. We'll drop the classic. What is it that Tigger sits on? There we'll drop the GG, but keep going. Anyway. I see secret. Okay, yeah, for sure. That's definitely what happened. Oh yeah, sure. That's one of the reasons why you don't want to play Roka, because you have to do stuff like this. Yeah, we're the main event's yet to come. We're gonna have an all Aussie final, maybe. You never know. What am I being? What am I being? Alright, let's see. Let's see what I'm being. Fish, fish. Let's see what fish is gonna call me. Let's see. I'm excited now. What? I guess we're never going to get the conclusion on that. I was really looking forward to hearing that, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, now welcome and dive. Guess what? Fish card, and now hopefully, actually, maybe that was a statement in and of itself that I'm being. In which case, fish would be right. Okay, and now sword's gonna get a clean swing for points. I forget what did he kill there. He killed Walker. Yeah, he's gonna clean swing for 4 here. Uh, if he remembers. Let's all right. On game 4. There we go. Made it. All right, perfect. And now the game goes on. Yes, no need to clarify this. Sword is on edge here because the game is almost over. Once Fish plays his removal, and it is a GG. So, so of course I'd be stressed out in a position like this too. And we'll hide the chat. Secret things. Says things. Okay, we gotta serve here and the KO. Oh, that's a fantastic play by Fisher. It is gonna leave him low on stars, but now he has a really annoying body on the field, and he's gonna get a free play, so he's gonna get maybe 2 more stars from Sindel, plus plus 4 for turn, so he might go to the start of his next turn with 8, which is plenty to do some shenanigans. Maybe he will free play a Dark Spark to get for effectively 2 stars, and then make some other play here. The onus is on Sword to find some answer here. Surrem is not a card you can ignore. And Sword doesn't even have enough. Or does he? Yes, he does. Sword has enough stars to buy it back. So if Sword had the for sale sign, which I'm pretty certain he plays, he can buy back the Cerbram, swing, and that puts the um, challenge on Fish again. This is a play I'm all too familiar with, where Fish likes to play Cerbram and not play around it in the hope that the opponent just doesn't have the out. And then if you don't have the out, you're in a really bad spot. But if you do, Fish loses. It might be that Fish is taking a gamble here, or maybe he has Beast, and he's thinking that even if Sword does steal the Cerbram, Fish will just Beast. But then Sword might have AAA, he still has 1 left. So you never really know. Hopefully for Fish, Sword doesn't have a Brazil sign, because if he does, that's probably game 3. If he has some combination of for sale sign and AAA, he's gonna be stealing his card. Okay, Spirit of the Justice Shield, not as strong, but still a pretty good answer. He's going to kill that Sword Ram for pretty good value. Now Fish is going to be able to grab Skelligas here, which is going to be really annoying for Sword, yeah. Because that's now he's going to get to free play the Skeleton Queen for one card. Still needs a way to kill this Spirit of the Justice Sword. We might see another Attune for Beast of the Conjurers, but no need, he has one in hand. And now we'll see, alright, full commitment on stars here, but Fish is going to be able to get in for 10 points here, put himself in a point lead, and a really great board. Now, Fish can be pretty confident in overextending here, because at the beginning of the game, as you can see, Sword milled his Galaxy Crash, and now he's out of point turret, but he's gonna get 4 points with it, so it's pretty good value off his point turret. But Sword is out of Crash, so he's gonna have to find a way to get rid of this board without Galaxy Crash, which is gonna be really annoying for him. And this is why Beast of the Conjurers is such a strong card. Even in the late game, it allows you to get 8 points. Oh, and Fish has an AAA, so that's not even gonna happen. Fish is gonna stay at 10 points. Sword's gonna stay at 7. And he's going to have to find a way to kill this board with his 10 star. And that's no easy feat. So to get in the tank, as a typical Sword fashion, he probably doesn't have the perfect response to this board. Now he has to figure out how he can sort of operate on damage control. Find a way to not necessarily clear it, but at least do the most he can. He's going to send up 2 creatures here. There's even an argument here for him not to kill the gas and just to kill the queen, because that doesn't allow. Because now Fish can simply tomb for gas, buy back queen, and swing for another 4 points. Or if he has TFP, he could TFP duple drop and swing for 7 points, which would be an extremely strong play on his end. He would be allowing Sword to play Beast of the Black Hole and maybe break even here, so he might try to be more conservative. But I think it would be a pretty powerful play just to use Skelligas here and continue to set up this board. Sword has a pretty nice response to 2 of those creatures, but he's going to have to repeat the same thing again if Fish wants him to. And the winner, if Fish wins this game, he will be going on to the real finals, the winner finals, you might say, where he will be playing Secret 27 and his I don't know what exactly you would call this deck, kind of like a rainbow mid-range Gaios Serpent deck. It'll be an interesting match for sure. And I think if I remember the tournament rules correctly, Fish will have to beat Secret twice, so he's gonna have to beat him in 2 best of 3s in a row, because he went to the losers bracket whereas Secret did not. But now Fish is deciding not to use his tomb just yet and play a little bit more safely. Maybe he's thinking he's in such a commanding position that he shouldn't give Sword the out of Beast. Kind of the thought process there would be, well, the only way you can win this game is if you have Beast and clear my board and then come in with some big attack. And as long as Fish does not give Sword that counterplay, he'll win. However, Sword might be forced to make a big attack at some point in the game regardless, but maybe he'll try to draw into his second A before that happens. So we're taking his time here, really considering his options. And while we're ready to think, maybe we can catch up on the Pokemon World Championships, where we are almost, I think, at the Masters division, where we will see Tord Rekliv try to close out the game with Gardevoir. That'll be a fun one for sure. To see if Tord Rekliv, after winning 5 international championships, I think, or no, 4 international championships and making in second place as one, if he will be able to now win the world championships as well and kind of cements his legacy as one of the best players. Oh, but no, here we go. Now Sword is gonna make a play. Big one too. Blaze. Okay. On any given turn, Sword has the potential of swinging for 14 points. Like if Sword has 2 TFP here, that might just be a game. Let's see. Oh no, he has 0 TFP here. That's not what you want to see. Oh, and the field. Oh, that's rough. That's kind of hard to look at. And will Sword remember Scardian? No, he will not. Maybe it's in his hand, but it may be that now Fish that he wants to take these back. So we'll see how that goes. But who knows? Maybe it's in his hand. Also, he forgot Broca, but all right. Kind of an oddish play, to be honest. Now, if I was making an oddish play, I'd be out of this tournament already. A note to the viewers: I've already lost a fish here, so and to opponent's sword beat. So everything I say is kind of you have to take it with a grain of salt because, as everyone knows, the only tournament that matters is the last one, and by that logic, I am worse than both of these players, which is good logic in my opinion. So I really have no idea what I'm talking about. But confidence is the key to commentating, I'll say. So let's just keep going and say that Sword made a very bad play and he has no idea what he's doing. And also Fish has no idea what he's doing. Um, and now let's see if Sword has some sort of play to make here. His board is gone, his hand is low, his stars are low, his points are not that high. It's gonna be tough for him to make up a comeback at this position. Waiting for Sword to play. Let's talk about another card game, Magic the Gathering. The World Championship in September, if I believe, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this one player. Let me see if I remember his name. What was it? It was Nathan Stewart. Really playing this game for a long time. Started on the online scene, made it to the biggest scene in the game, and he has just been absolutely crushing it. He won Worlds last year, I believe. I want to see if he wins it next year. I mean, this guy plays Magic on a level no one's ever seen before. He grew up with the game and he's been playing it ever since. I mean, just a prodigy. Just a joy to play. It's such a prodigy. Prodigy. Uh, I'm running out of games here. Let me think about other card games I can talk. Oh, Alcaraz. Alcaraz lost the most recent ATP 1000 tournament, which is kind of a bummer because you think he's so good that he lost to someone like Tommy Paul. But what I'm really excited about is to see him play in the U.S. Open in New York in just under a month now. it'll be really interesting to see if Alcaraz can win another Grand Slam under his belt. Only 20, and already he has a Grand Slam at both the, I think, Australian and Wimbledon Opens. You know, and there's not too many players that can compete with him. Really, maybe only Djokovic and what's the other guy? Oh, Djokovic and Yannick Sinner might try to pose some trouble, but really it's Alcaraz's world. This 20-year-old is just crushing it. He might be the greatest player of all time. I mean, time will have to tell, but that'll be another interesting story in the world of tournaments of games. Uh, Carlos Alcaraz. Also, pretty cool. This guy named SSB Beck has been grinding Gandorf in melee, which is cool, I guess. He hasn't had any like breakthrough runs, no top fours in any of the major tournaments really, but he's been doing okay. I think he has like a top 16 somewhere, so he's been doing all right. Max normally like a low tier or not. It's Gandorf, right? Gandorf's like a low tier character. You know, we're still waiting for 20XX. But we're seeing that some of these lower tier characters are better than we expect, and of course you have access. Oh, sorry, the game's already starting. I got carried away. Okay, so what did he do? He played one card. All I'm thinking, he played one card. He played Pelfam and he attacked, I guess. Okay, and now now Fish is gonna swing for a lot of points here. He's gonna swing for 7. Okay, pretty big play. Looks like no AA on the side of Fish. Looks like that queen should also be gone. Yep. But now Sword is out of Beast, and they're both even on hand advantage, and it's just um. Does Fish have Crash yet? Yes. So at some point, Fish might try to win with Crash, and then like a Skelegas plus a Behemoth gets in there, for example, or like Skelegas, or like so for example, Abomination Tome plus Bone Ladder plus Crash guarantees him the game, because as we can see, Sword is already out of his turret, field, and now Beast. So if Fish wanted to, he could just try to stall out the game until he draws into his Crash and gets that winning combination of cards. Because if he, let's say, uses Tomb for uh, Skelegas free plays Skelequeen, that's 6, and then Bone Ladder gets another Skelequeen, which swings for 4, and that'll get him to his 10 points. Of course, Behemoth also gets him there, and if he has enough stars, he can also do it with Double Tune. Oh, he can't do it with Double Tune because he doesn't. But now, Sword is going to try to put on the pressure. He recognizes that Fish is not too far away from winning, so he's gonna be able to swing with a lot of points here, and he's also gonna get his Pelkman back. So now Fish is essentially forced to with 16 points on the board, Fish might have to use Crash if he has it, and if he doesn't have Crash, it's kind of difficult for him to do much here. But a Skelequeen, a Skelegas will at least give him 2 bodies and allow him to kill Solomancer. Right, but Phantom Adder, that's gonna get him not too much for him really. But now if he has 2 more creatures and Behemoth, does Fish have a game here? What's he doing? Does he have a game here? With Does he have like TFP? Is his last card TFP? But but then shouldn't he save Behemoth and just grab Skelegas for Skelequeen? Yo, Secret, can I get confirmation? Would it not be better to Bone Ladder for Skelligas and to Skelliqueen and save the Behemoth here? Oh yeah, the TFP again. But but also, maybe I haven't listened to the chat. I didn't hear it. All right, so what's happening here is, uh, Fish played TFP on Pelfam, and Pelfam was on this zone, and Pelfam would return to this zone if it wasn't occupied, but it is occupied by Solomancer, and so Fish does not get to Sword does not get to free play Pelfam. However, if Fish had if Sword had played the Solomancer in this zone instead, then he would have been able to get Palfam. So it seems like, and Sword kind of feels like, hey, it doesn't really matter which zone I put the stuff in, let me just play it back. But Fish is saying, no, technically it's a different zone you put it in, and so you should get the free play. And now it looks like Sword is scooping, even though the game wasn't technically over, but I guess it was essentially over. It kind of looked a very weird and confusing way to end the set, but isn't that how it always is in TCGs? I guess that's a wrap. Now we go to a new set soon. I shouldn't be leaking this. Oh well. Here are my lists. Enjoy. Enjoy. Now you can see the little picture. Wonderful. Now the new game coming up. Okay, soon. All right, we'll be right back. And we're back. Looks like now we're into the real stuff. Secret versus Fish. Two veteran players of this game, both logging a lot of hours. Fish with a respectable 400, and Secret with an absolutely absurd 1,000 hours. Secret has played more than twice as much time as Fish. Uh, but who knows? Maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe Fish is getting way more value out of his testing than Secret. Um, it's going to be an interesting game as well. Again, just a reminder here to the viewers. Secret will be playing with the white stuff as the white bar as his stars and the black as his points, and Fish will be doing vice versa, most likely with the black as the stars and the white as his points, as everyone in the community had agreed upon for the longest time. All right, now it's into the game. Both players drew. It looks like they're talking in mic, right? Yeah, so that's how they're communicating, which makes sense. Looks like I think Secret went first, didn't do anything, just passed. Classic Secret plays, and now Fish is gonna take his turn here. Um, 6 card hand. Yep. Interesting. He's doing something. Turn one. Is he? Oh, this is turn. Wait, what? Something's. Alright, so you don't have enough stars to do that though. Wait. How is he at 12? How is Secret at 8 and he's at 12? Yeah, wait, something a little off here. This this doesn't work, surely. Alright, uh, what? No, what? Oh, it's Fish at 12. That doesn't work. Wait, no, how is Fish at 12? Alright, looks like this is CG at its finest, I guess. Uh, so wait, 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 what? What? Why did I feel like I'm, no, hold on here. Why does wait, what? Okay, what? Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god, that's so funny, dude. Oh yeah, Secret should absolutely not be in VC because everything he says is sarcastic. So so you can never understand. So this game is already. It's so dumb. It's alright. So this is the level of. Now someone's getting a DQ. I think we're gonna see a game loss. Okay, so Fish is starting, gaining 8 in passing. It looks like I think Fish chose to go first, which seems kind of sus. I think Secret tricked him into going first or something, because I'm pretty sure Falcon will go second. But if I remember correctly, when the coin flip, tails, and then heads. So yeah, Fish won the coin flip and he chose to go first, which is a little bit suspect. And now he's putting a card in the battle zone naturally. There we go. We got the swap. Um, yep, and now he's gonna swing for 1 point, which he actually has no need to do. He could just chill and save it for Warriors, but that's fine. That's fine. He can do this. Maybe he had the hand that's good enough to justify that play. Okay, now looks like the game is settling to a more regular pace. I think he's just gonna draw past a lot. I mean, that's what he does, right? If Secret didn't draw past for the first couple turns of the game, you'd think there was some imposter playing. So I guess if you're playing against Secret, it's probably a pretty good strategy to play down some 1 star and start swinging, or like a 2 star and start swinging, because you know he's gonna just draw past for a while. Secret could probably have Duple drop in hand and would still draw past just so you could say you draw past for a while. Okay, now Fish is gonna play spoons here. Let's see if there's anything good here. Not a good spoon. You don't really kill anything you're super happy to kill, and you probably have to take Pelfim here. It's a strong option. Kill sword, put TFP on bottom, and it looks like that's what he's gonna be doing. Yep, who would have guessed? And now you're gonna get another point in with Bonbeak. Okay, Secret draws here. Okay, 4 stars. And Secret is going to continue to do nothing. Quite an impressive move. Now Fish is sensing maybe Secret doesn't have the strongest hand. And so he's thinking, I guess, about committing a bit more, maybe buying 8 zone swings for more stars. Just to apply the extra pressure. No, but Secret has to lock him in, he's just going to attack, and we're going to see this trade now of small guy for small guy. However, 120 is kind of annoying to out. Fish will probably have to play a bigger creature like a Beast of the Congress to kill that Rock Command, given the contest of his deck. Either that or Spirit of the Anti-Justice Sword, or maybe he'll free play a Skelligast here and start swinging. Wow, we see a Cerberus here. Again, Fish is deciding that if Secret has first sales, like he's just accepting the fact that he loses. That looks like Secret doesn't. Instead, we're going to see a beast being cancelled. Now Secret is thinking on turret and or bluffing on thinking on turret. So that his opponent thinks he has turret even though he doesn't have it in hand. No response. So most likely he was bluffing. But you never know. Fish has like cards like Queen and whatnot that can justify the turret play. Now Secret's deck, it might look like a regular Gaia's deck from what you've seen here so far. But it plays a lot of very, very strange cards. You know, he plays Shiazin Lava Mole. I won't list them all. I'll just let them play out in real time. And we'll just see what he has to answer this third. And he does have the for sale sign. So that's gonna put Fish in kind of a tough spot now because he's gonna go to 8 stars, which is not enough to survive a swing from CERB. However, if Fish was here to, let's say, play a 2-star creature or a 4-star lower creature of Citadel, when Secret kills it, Fish can buy back CERB, and now Secret won't have enough stars. Secret will go to 7 stars, and so he won't have enough for CERB. And so maybe that's what he's thinking, that he's okay with for sale sign because he could kind of just block for a turn, or even just pass for a turn and buy it back next turn. Yeah, I don't think it's even such a bad play. Fish is up on coins. I think he's justified in just passing here. Even it's not that big of a deal. Yep, and there we go. There's just the pass. Fish is thinking, you know, I don't really have to waste my stars on a card here. I can just pass and force Secret to and just buy it back when I want to. Oh, but now. Oh, because Secret had 10 stars because of yeah, sorry, I messed up the point in stars. But now it looks like Fish's play of passing is gonna he's gonna buy back the serve again. Wow, he's gonna steal his own serve rare from Secret. I didn't expect that play. Okay. Uh, and now he's thinking again. Now this is, I think, Secret is joking. Because it's almost there is no card here that's there's only Skleech here that's a relevant card. So I think, and there's no way he main deck Skleech. Yeah, so Secret here is just kind of like trolling, maybe throwing Fish off his game, just being generally annoying. Typical secret play here. But yeah, so we're gonna see Fish buy it back, and now notice that Secret is at 3 stars. Or three stars. So once again, Secret's in this awkward position where he has to deal with the third round because he has no way to kill it. But he has preserved his for sale sign, so his for sale sign is still in his hand, so he can use it later in the game. Here you can see how important it is to be up on star advantage and not to spend your stars frivolously, because these plays that they're making are both very dependent on stars here. And who has more stars? Because the only reason Fish can do this play with CERB is not just that he has CERB RAM, but that his opponent is low on stars. If both players had high stars, then he couldn't do it, and if both players had low stars, then he also couldn't do it. So there has to be this mismatch and this right opportunity to play CERB RAM, or to play for sale side for CERB RAM. And now Fish probably has, or Secret probably has Gla here. Gla into Gook, which is going to kill that CERB RAM Citadel. But I won't get ahead of myself here. Yep, alright, so we're going to see that Gla. And Gla says you can kill one Night Jungle tree to kill a creature on your opponent's planet. And he's going to kill Gook, Tree of Night Jungle, which says that when this card is killed by the ability of a Night Jungle creature, at the end of this turn you draw 2 cards. So Secret is going to be able to kill this CERB RAM with the Gla, and at the end of the turn you draw 2 cards. Also, he cannot do that because Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, so you can't free play a 6-star. So this is so scuffed. I think Fish should get like some sort of point penalty. I don't know. This is some scuffed gameplay here, but it's okay, I guess. Life goes on, as they say. Uh, yeah. And did Secret draw two? I think so. You're welcome, Fish. Yeah. Okay, no problem. It's like a 70 to 90% chance he watches back this bad stream. So, Fish, you're welcome. And the beauty is, if he doesn't watch it back, no one knows. So I can make this prediction pretty confidently. Alright, and now Fish free plays Gas, free plays Queen. Apparently at the second Queen. I hope that wasn't the one that was killed off of Cerberus. That was illegally played off of Cerberus free play. But I'm sure Fish wouldn't. I'm sure Fish would remember. And now we see the double swing. By the way, fun fact here, or something to keep in mind. Because Secret did not use Gaius to kill Glut and search his deck for a Thornguborg, we know that Secret does not have Thornguborg in deck. That is to say, we know that Secret has his second Thornguborg in hand. We can be pretty certain of this. Because if he had it in deck, he would have used Gaius to kill Glut to search his deck for Thornguborg and play it. Again, Secret is trolling. He's trying to bluff now. I think the card is Nightmare Matter that he's trying to say he has, because he can't use Temple Traps, not that he's played in this deck. But Nightmare Matter is technically a card that he could play in response to the Glada. Although he absolutely does not have it. He's probably just thinking now because he has to think about what play he's gonna do. And so we might as well say, oh, it's it's like a haha moment because he's playing it on. He's thinking about this play, but it's as if he's thinking on Leda. Because he already drew for card, so it's illegal for him. Oh, he already did no response. What am I thinking? I stand corrected. He did no response already, now he's thinking for turn, he's already drawn and gained stars. So it's a matter of seeing. Hold on, no, hold on now. There was a game I played. There was a game I played. No. I played one time. I played Darkspark and I milled double Walking Man and I didn't draw. And I didn't draw. Fish don't let him. Dude, that's what. You can't just draw one. Thank you, Quantum. Please bring a little order to this. This is the most scuffed tournament ever. I think we need a double DQ here. long here, and not just type into. Yeah, I read your RoboQueller. apparently, apparently the audience didn't spend too much time eating Vegemite. I imagine. Okay, well, Fish is at 15 points, so he probably wins anyway. But yeah, this is not a good tournament. Both of these players should be the cube, in my opinion. Honestly, in sword and brain pixel should be as well, and then that'll leave me in first place, as and then everything will be right as it should be. I guess I'm slacking today on catching this stuff. Now I'll focus. I'm tired, man. Commentating for one viewer is hard, so I'm gonna. No shot game two. There's gonna be so many. All right, I'll catch them though. Don't worry, guys. I'll catch the misplaced game two. What can only be countless misplays. Now Fish is at 18. All right, it's over. Okay, it's good to see. Good to see. And Fish takes a commanding lead, game one, because Secret's deck is not very good. Um, now we go on to game numero dos. Hydrate some more. I'm guessing on the stream end, on the streams then, the drinking water sound doesn't sound as satisfying as it does on my end, but that's okay. Okay, so far. Okay, now you both check decks. Okay, now have to be like the. Okay, so far, so good. Both players have sided. If Fish wins this set, I don't think I want to. I don't want to stream another one, so I'm just gonna call it a day. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so wait, what? What? What happened there? Interesting. It's as if you. Bro, what's going on here? Alright, do I have to leave the game and rejoin? Hold on. Let me try. Okay, that worked. Dude, the finals of the Pokemon World Championships is almost here, I think. Is it here? Yo, hold on. I think it's almost here. I think it's starting. I didn't I forget who if it was soon, very soon. We're gonna see Toward Drekulos play. Well said, Quasar, well said. Quasar. Quasar. Sure. Quasar. Alright. I don't know if they call it coin flip, but it's like secret choosing to go second. Even though Fish chose to go first incorrectly. Yeah. Yeah, untapped as well. Anyway. CG is the best game though. Best game, best community, best site, because you don't have to pay for cards. It's just the best in every way. Guys, everyone should play CG. Yes, I'm watching. Okay. Yo, the queen, turn one queen. Yo, now Mole comes down. Time to see if Fish has a activator in hand. This is big, very important. And Fish thinking probably indicates that he does, and he's choosing between two, which means that this Mole is getting very good value here. I see. So there is no A, which means that this Mole dies, and now Fish is in a commanding spot. And this is why Mole is not as good as a card as one might initially think. Because if there are no creatures in your hand, if there are no activators in your hand that Mole can kill, Mole kills itself. Okay, and now, man, Fish is is going so aggressive here. But I guess but Secret now can play Dark Spark. And if Secret plays Dark Spark or for Cell Side, now Fish loses. Fish, what are you doing? You're supposed to play around this. And also because you bought the Battle Zone, now Skelligast isn't an out. You gotta buy the creature though so that you have it out to you could out this for Cell Side and play with the Skelligast if you draw it. I can't believe again though, he's the better player. He's better than me, he must be. So because he beat me in the tournament. It was 2-1, nice, he still won. I mean, we don't have to go into, I guess, the way he won, but he won. So now, but yeah, Sword. Okay, so Sword's a pretty good answer here. I don't know why I'm thinking of that, but yeah, Sword here. So now he's still chilling. Didn't play around with Dark Spark though, but it's okay. It's okay. He got through here. This is some aggressive play if I've ever seen it. Uh, okay, and now Fish just attacks again, gets some more points. Secret goes back to a standard play of doing nothing, but with a 2-point attacker, it's not as good as with a 1-point attacker. Secret probably wants to pick a stronger board here. Maybe a Wakuman, maybe a duple drop. That is not what you want to see whatsoever. Secret's hand must be really bad if he has to play a Pelfim here in order to answer to that sword. Maybe he has a lot of activators in his hand that he can't really play right now. It looks like not the spot you want to be in. Fish comes in with the survey, which might be enough. Alright, the turret does nothing. Man, Fish is just cruising here. And in other, are we done there? No, we're not quite. Yo, alright. Final batch of Pokemon is starting. Oh no, Azul lost? Azul lost? That's so sad. Gosh darn it. Now we're just gonna do Tortazul would have been such a goated Pokemon World's final. Now we're just gonna see alright, Field here stopping Cerebrum for attacking. Now we're just gonna see Tord absolutely roll this random guy named Vance Kelly. Does Mr. Vance Kelly have any good rankings? Let me check his tournament count, his tournament stats. Vance Kelly. Nothing. No good finals really. Not even like a top 8. Not a single top 8. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely free for Tord. Back to the game, Fish is winning. 9-9, 9-9. But Fish just has a servant play. And Sword does not, and Secret does not. And that's a very important difference. And why does Fish not have a resource zone? Anyway, maybe he's playing around Behemoth. Honestly, yeah, maybe he's playing around Behemoth. But he has, but Secret has some other stuff. Alright, but now we're going to see the Bond come down. Maybe Bond for gas, but. Hello, Behemoth. Huh? Huh? Okay, no activators. This is where you take a screenshot. Too slow, I guess. But maybe Secret got the screenshot. And now we go on. Interesting that Fish chose to kill the second Bonbeak. That means he probably has Skelly Gas in hand. You're gonna go to 16 or 15. Absolutely brutal stuff. Now he's in the range where a bunch of stuff wins of the game. And he hasn't even used Galaxy Crash yet. So probably Galaxy Crash punch a bunch of cards get in there. Avalanche Overlord's a strong card, but it's probably not gonna do enough here. Which was second resource. So I'm gonna start playing aggressive here, which I think is probably the right way to go. Fish is so far ahead that you just have to play aggressive. You could almost assume Fish does not have Galaxy Crash because he's almost certain to win if he does have a Crash available to him. Secret's down all his resources, so Crash plus anything wins. Crash plus Tomb wins, Crash plus Bone Ladder wins, Crash plus Behemoth wins, like Crash plus 2 regular creatures wins. So if Fish has Crash, he wins. So Secret has to essentially rush to try to get 20 points as quickly as possible before Fish can get even one, before Fish can drop the Crash. Now Fish has 18 cards in deck, so it's not too statistically likely that he does have the Crash, but it's not out of the realm possible. Oh, but the double TFP does the same thing, and that's game. And look at this deck. This is why you don't play Damocloid, because it's a bad card, and Fish is going to close it out. And this is the end of the stream, but keep in mind, guys, that they're going to play one more best of 3. Fish has just reset the bracket, and we will see how that goes.